Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Bonjour. Aujourd'hui, nouvelle vidéo de Concile, épisode 3, et c'est hyper. Ah oui, confrontation avec le juge Jean-Michel Perrujac. Yes, alors de mémoire, elle m'avait fait tomber un truc, la nana hier. Et ça doit être ça. Oui.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing. Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
Ok, alors, j'ai découvert 2-3 petits trucs. Comment utiliser ça? En fait, consommer avec 1, avec 2, avec 3, avec 4. Au début, je pensais qu'il s'agissait de ces points d'effort là, mais en fait, non, ce sont les touches de mon clavier. Donc, du coup, c'est cool. Et j'ai vu que mon personnage, il est décontenancé. Coup de point d'effort plus 1, et ça, franchement, ça m'intéresse pas tellement, on va pas se mentir. Il va falloir trouver. Fouiller un petit peu.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Si je peux gratter des bouquins, je vais pas en privé.
These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
What is that? Ok. Maintenant, je peux rien faire. Subterfuge indisponible. Ok, j'ai pas la clé. Donc, du coup, on va faire comme si on n'avait rien vu. Même si on sait qu'il est là. Good. Bon. Formidable. Sortez les petits salons.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes? I didn't ask for the move.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Il est un peu dur quand même, hein. Tout ça pour dire, oui, j'ai bien vu que c'était la fille de mon copain. Exodore vous débarrasse de toutes vos altérations négatives. Vous ne pouvez pas emporter plus de 5. C'est pas de chance. Cool. Donc du coup, retournez vous coucher. Il est vrai qu'on n'a pas fait... On n'a pas dormi encore. Alors, c'est pas où. Je suis perdu. Ok, c'est fait. Good. On va aller par là de toute façon. Oui, c'est ça.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Ça va être la piolade. Oups!
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ça me paraît quand même bien compliqué tout ça, hein. On va pas se mentir.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Problem solved.
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do. Well, you did the opposite.
C'est trop ça.
Well, thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Pipote-le. Non.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Now give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Et la bonne soirée. Alors, pour moi, il y a deux solutions. La première, c'est qu'il voulait simplement la lettre pour voir si j'avais pas craqué, si j'avais pas regardé dedans. Et la solution numéro 2, c'est qu'en fait, il n'y a pas des noms dedans. Parce que, en fait, je me dis, le gars, entre le moment où il s'est passé une altercation avec Elizabeth Adams et le juge Perru, comment lui, qui était en train d'écouter aux portes, a subitement, il s'est dit tiens, essaie de rajouter un nom. À mon avis, il a dû entendre un truc important et il veut le rajouter dans sa lettre. Et sa lettre ne comporte pas des noms, mais d'autres informations. Et ça, j'espère que je le verrai plus tard avec maman, avec la vieille.
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. Mother stayed here right before me. You never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Une vision, une vision, une vision, encore, encore. Et maintenant. Oh, sec. Ok, Kyle. Bon, bah écoute. Level 3. Ou pas. Oh, déception. Déception ultime. C'est pas grave. Ah, ils m'ont pas mis mes points de... C'est fort. Je suis un peu
All right.
tristesse.
In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Ouais, ils m'ont pas rendu mes points, c'est quand même salaud. Hein. D'accord, alors, conviction ou psychologie. Bim, bam, boum. Vigilance, interrogatoire, psychologie, logique. Ah, conviction, c'est où? C'est là. Je vais prendre conviction, étant donné que je n'ai pas la main dessus. La prochaine fois, je vais forcément prendre un niveau. Je pourrais mettre des points en psychologie qui passent niveau 2. Wow, je suis en train de me dire qu'en fait, c'est pas 2 points sur 2 points à mettre, mais c'est passé niveau 2 en psycho. Niveau 2 en vigilance et niveau 2 en interrogatoire. Je vais quand même mettre le point conviction. Pour la simple raison que j'ai pas la main dessus. Conviction, psychologie, conviction. C'est bâti. C'est pas. Bon.
Writing material.
Oh, dur. Oh, c'est beau. Ah non, c'est tout blanc, on voit rien. C'est la brume. De l'eau de mélisse. Yes. Octroie l'effet concentré. Votre prochaine. Bien, mais je crois que j'en avais déjà. Hein. Ouais, ok.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Tuile. What is that? D'accord, là, je les royale, c'est du miel, évidemment. It makes sense. Pièces de collection. Cool. D'accord. Superbe. Je vais peut-être en claquer un maintenant. Ouais, on va faire ça. On va claquer un tout de suite. Hop là.
Here's something will undermine my botanist's appreciation for the local climate. Someone's picked some lemons. I'd be surprised if my mother didn't help herself to a few. She was always going on about the surprising properties of lemons.
Waouh, c'était cher payé quand même, hein. Trois points pour dire tiens, je sais que ma mère aime bien utiliser le citron.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Look, markings on the floor.
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Ouais, c'est forcément un passage secret quand t'as un truc qui doit pivoter. Là que ça doit être sur la droite. Ouais, bon, qu'importe.
This bookcase is well stocked.
Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round.
A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind.
She must have used the writing materials.
What if she used lemon juice instead? An old trick used to hide messages. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Ben, petit clin d'œil à mon père qui m'avait montré le move il y a de ça des années quand j'étais tout gamin. Il faut trouver un truc de ce genre-là, hein, que j'ai vu tout à l'heure. Faut de la chaleur. Bon, éventuellement, on l'avait fait avec un briquet, mais une bougie ça marche tout aussi bien. Tu es là, petit coquin.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message.
Big up, papa.
Let's see what my mother wrote.
Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me?
Since you've gone to so much trouble, You must not have only found something important, but
You must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I'd better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Évidemment.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Pardon. Alors du coup, toujours pareil, c'est vrai qu'on peut pas être tranquille 5 minutes. Enfin, ça serait trop facile.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
True. Bon, déjà, Père Joseph, ferme la clé.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Allez, c'est fermé, cool.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Je peux rentrer, mais je sens que ça va pas être bon. C'est pas une bonne idée. Évidemment, faut déverrouiller. Cool. Cool.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Oh, voilà. Là, c'est mort. Et c'est pas plus mal. Bon, bah, c'est bien, on va descendre du coup.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holm.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me.
Ma soeur bien-aimée.
You're her son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes. Why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Sérieux, c'est la sœur et Edouard Romain d'argent, cette meuf.
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
L'aile.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
I want to find out what really happened.
No, you really don't want to know what your mother did when I shed my first blood at puberty.
On the contrary, you can tell me anything. Let me be my own judge.
I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Bah oui, sa sœur, le médaillon.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes,
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
she's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Mais non. Bonsoir. Bah écoute, c'est plutôt fun ce qui se passe là. Non, c'est pas là de se retrouver en face évidemment. Ouais. Oh, un livre, est-ce que je peux le prendre? Croix de Malte. La croix de Malte octroie l'effet exalté. Vous percevez temporairement les immunités et vulnérabilités affectant les choix. Et ben ça, c'est très fort. À utiliser quand on confronte, j'imagine, un peu les personnages qui nous font chier un petit peu. Putain le salaud. J'ai tombé.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at?
He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself.
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Blague de Bourges.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Hein?
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a
Ça rappelle même pas
nobiliary
mon nom.
particle.
T'es
Are
clair.
you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
C'est moi ou j'ai l'impression que c'est son
Have
télé?
you any information on this Napoleon?
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution, and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
My friend.
C'est vraiment un clan ligué contre
Monsieur de
l'autre.
Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
In private, please. Yes, with this beautiful French accent. Et la balayette.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about our disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Ça me paraît beaucoup, hein. Je peux pas m'engager sur un tel contrat, on va pas se mentir. 50 000 louis d'or, Tintin, c'est quand même une somme.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured.
Ils l'ont vraiment fait
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Il faut une contre-révolution. T'as failli mourir dans la première, peut-être t'y passeras dans la deuxième.
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
Franchement, j'aurais jamais cru que j'allais m'en sortir aussi bien.
I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
Clap, clap, clap.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
J'ai horreur à chaque fois qu'ils mettent succès raté, enfin pas succès raté, ça veut rien dire, mais opportunité ratée parce qu'il vous manque telle compétence. J'ai l'impression que le jeu me dit ton personnage il est nul. Et du coup ça me fout les boules. Par contre, j'ai rien raté sur celle-là. Classe. Donc j'ai trouvé le message caché par ma mère, formidable. J'ai eu accès au message dans son intégralité, formidable. J'ai convaincu Elisabeth de me parler de ma maman. Je lui ai rendu son talisman. Je fais connaissance avec les invités durant le dîner. Je me suis montré le digne successeur de ma mère devant Napoléon Bonaparte. J'aurais pu fouiller la chambre d'Elizabeth Adams. Faut-il encore savoir où elle est? J'aurais pu fouiller la chambre de Napoléon Bonaparte. Non, je ne sais pas crocheter les serrures, c'est crânigneur. Pas niveau... Non, pas niveau 5. Dommage. 8 points, 8 points, 8 points. Alors. Ce talent-là, il est cool, mais je me rends compte quand même que j'en rate pas très souvent. Du coup, je vais peut-être pas m'axer sur les niveaux 3 de vigilance et 2 d'interrogatoire. Encore que c'est quand même là où je peux mettre des points. Conviction logique. Conviction, c'est là, donc c'est dead. J'ai 0 points de conviction. Je vais essayer de monter. Ah, 8 points, il faut que je monte niveau 2, niveau 2. interrogatoire. Allez, boum, niveau 2. Logique, boum, niveau 2. Comme ça, on est tranquille. On est tranquille, il me reste 4 points. Alors, c'est quoi ça? Réussir les confrontations. Ok, réussir les confrontations. D'accord. Descendre ses points d'effort à 0 lors d'une quête. Bon. Manipulation, psychologie, c'est dead. Passe-muraille, subterfuge, agilité. C'est où subterfuge? C'est dans quoi? Subterfuge. Il aurait fallu faire un occultiste. Dérober discrètement les objets. Forcer certaines serrures. Remarquer les falsifications. Oh, c'est bien ça aussi. Est-ce que je mettrais pas 4 points d'agilité pour dire que voilà, je passe niveau 2 en agilité. Un point de... Le passage de niveau vous rend 3 points d'effort. Ah oui. D'accord. 3 points de compétence en logique. Ok. Certainement parce que ça doit être le truc principal. Ah mais c'est moi qui ai mis les points. Ok. Vigilance, remarquer les tailles notables. Bah. 4 points. C'est dur quand même, hein. Diversion, conviction, science et psychologie, science c'est dead. Interrogatoire et vigilance. Lorsque vous récupérez vos points d'effort perdus lorsque vous rencontrez une immunité. Ça peut être bien ça. Interrogatoire et vigilance. Donc c'est le truc que je sais faire. C'est ça. Et... Wow. Interrogatoire et niveau 1. Peut-être qu'il n'est pas pris en compte pour la simple et bonne raison que je viens de passer en mettant des points dedans. Ouais, ça doit être ça. Du coup... Je vais mettre des points là-dedans. Allez. Allez. On peut y passer dans ce temps.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Certainement. Psychologie ou politique? Ah, politique, j'ai pas. Je prends. Évidemment. Bon, eh bien, on verra ça plus tard. Pour l'instant, je vous laisse avec ce beau paysage. Je vous remercie de m'avoir suivi et je vous dis à demain.